We made it. Good morning, and welcome to today's meditation. Go ahead, take a nice deep breath in, stretch the arms out in front of you, out to the sides, roll the shoulders, roll the neck from side to side, engage your body, and just crack open through the core. Twist from side to side, wiggle the toes. Lick the lips, relax the jaw, and let your light body activate. If it's been a super busy, super dense window of time for you, I invite you to just shake all of that loose. And from the core of your tailbone, all the way up, as though you're squeezing from the tailbone all the way up through the spine, into and through, as though you can feel the spine activating the brain, almost like the brain becomes the light bulb. Go ahead and just give it a squeeze until it's as though you've pulled on the spine like the chain for the light bulb, and feel the mind pop on like a light bulb. And just let yourself breathe as you feel the body wake up, all of that inner light, that inner energy. As we begin our meditation for today, huge shift in energy, in frequency. And this is a big cycle shift for everyone. Saturn is just gone through a transition, and it's signifying a 2.5 year karmic cycle, transfer of energy, if you will. And we've been playing with it, feeling it, shifting it for a while. And it's going to continue, but there's going to continue to be these waves, if you will, I want to say, of percolating up, of just really big light frequency, light energy, where you feel as though that light bulb is just popping on, like we just did. So let's go ahead and take another nice deep breath, and just imagining that energy like a bubble coming up, rising through the glass, and seeing it come to the surface and pop. But in this case, just allowing yourself to feel as though you are that bubble of light rising to the surface and popping as it gets closer to the surface. And as you feel it do so, imagining that light being captured by your inner mind, as you imagine the sun illuminating, activating that light link within as that light bulb inside of your mind turns on. And so as Saturn makes this shift, a lot of what is present for all of us is foundational, energetic constructs. It can be relationship, it can be relationship to business, relationship to other, but primary integrity, the ability to see patterns and inner energies, like the deep layers of what is making you tick, what was behind choices and patterns, that choices around relational patterns in your life that have led you to where you are today, and the opportunity to unwind those, to course correct in ways that you have not been able to before, like deep foundational work and root work. And so we're going to take advantage of this nice big pillar work that is open and here for us to calibrate, right? For us to tweak and to work with, because now is the time. It's like we can see where, like, it's like being able to access the deep inner plumbing, the deep inner workings, and unclog it, right? If there's a hairball, if there's junk down there, or if there's knots, if you will, in the braiding, or the ways in which you've made choices that maybe have compromised you in the past, we can detangle what is there and what is present. So I just want to have you breathe as we're speaking. Keep thinking about that percolation up, because part of what is happening is not only part of why we're able to see deeper is because the light energetics as we complete the Piscean cycle, that deep Christed consciousness frequency is rising from the surface. It's coming into wholeness. It's coming into completion in the fields. And as it matures, as it comes to its maturation sequence, it becomes the embodiment that we experience. And of course, in its embodiment, that is the light activating within each of us. And as that light comes online, it allows us to feel the lack where in our systems, in the deep root energetics, there is lack of resonance or lack of coherence. And so over the next week, and you've already probably been up to it for the past week, this is what I want for you, is the opportunity for new pillar, new infrastructure, or inner pillar work. So that's what we're queuing up today. Almost as though we're going to do a reverse anchor, as though the sun is holding you tethered from above so that you can feel loose through the hips, that safety, that security. Popping the hips open, allowing the energy through the tailbone to flow, and going ahead and imagining just almost as though you're going to unscrew the tailbone and allow for a new inner energetic to open and to hold you. Almost as though if you had an exoskeleton, like a shield of armor, holding all of your inner energy in place, you could imagine just unbuckling it, cracking it open, and stepping out as your own inner energetic, as your own light body. And I want to have you now, just to simplify this, imagine a beautiful weave or braid of different cords. Maybe they are big, massive cords or threads. Be sure they're nice. We don't want dainty. We don't want faint. We don't want weak. I want you just to comb through them. And we know when we're working with a braid or hair that maybe has a snarl in it, we start from the bottom. So again, just as though you're standing at the crystal quartz at the center of the earth, starting to pull on some of these rainbow threads, these cords, or you could imagine it just like a ponytail. And just start tugging on it, tugging on those roots around the ends, working our way towards the roots. And all of this fits. We're going deep dimensionally. There are specific constructs within your body, areas where these different deep, this braid, if you will, is held. Right now, we're not going to worry about that. I want you just to focus in on this braid and allowing it to unwind, giving it the gentle love and the caress, imagining that spirit is actually holding your head, gently pulling out whatever is here, massaging your head, holding your spine, holding your light body, working through these cords. And before you get too much further, very simple exercise that we're going to do here. I want you to focus in on the back right side, just below your shoulder blade, just inside the spine, maybe about 1.5 to 2 inches inside the spine. So much so if you were to pick up the right hand and squeeze the fist, and I were to place my hand below and on that spot, I could feel that muscle contract deep inside. I want you to feel as you squeeze that fist, that energetic action, nice, slow pulsing in the fist. And feel that energetic line all the way down to the base of the foot, all the way up the spine, running along the side of the spine, through and down the spine, along and out the leg, down to the base of the foot, and then all the way up the spine, along the neck and into the mind. Just from you pulsing the right hand. Now, we've got two dynamics on one side and one set of images. We've got these deep pillars, these deep threads, and maybe some tangling in the weave, in the braid, whatever analogies presented themselves for you. On the other side, and those are signifying our deep Saturnian roots, maybe tangled, certainly deep and hard to see, hard to conceive. On the other side, we've got the physical body. We've got the masculine, in particular, the control mechanism through the right hand. And I want you to keep squeezing that hand, really bring it online, almost until you can feel the mind pulsing with the fist. Don't worry about if it's true or not, or accurate or not, just building that right side energy up. And from that point at the back of the spine, I want you to envision just corkscrewing that open. Just doesn't matter exactly where it is. Like I said, about 1.5 inches in below the right shoulder blade, is that we're going to unscrew or corkscrew out a little plug and just start like there's a set of wires in there. If you were to reach in, like that game Operation, right? And start pulling a set of wires out. These are the control wires. These are the two fields. All right, now we have the two fields queued up, and they're absolutely connected. The control up on the surface, all the way connected down. We don't need to understand their matrix of their connection in between. Just knowing that the foundational pillars of them are connected deep, deep, deep into the earth, and that there are some tangles in between, there are some knots, but that your fear, your challenges, your triggers, all interplay in between. And what I want you to do now is to come into your heart. I want you to sit back. I want you to place your hands on your heart if you aren't already sitting back. And I want you to breathe here for a moment. And I want you to say a prayer. And I want you to ask for the guidance, the support, and imagine your guidance, your support, whomever it is, whether it's Magdalene, whether it's an angel, universe, Gaia. As we envision those deeply rooted knots within the Saturnian sequence, all the way up to the control wires in the back of the spine or the back of the shoulder blade. As we envision pulling and extracting those, allowing the sequence to be upgraded. Because the reality is We don't control it. You or I cannot conceive the best outcome. All we can do is pray for the right frequency match, for the exact energetic signature needed to fulfill our path, to remember love, to know ourselves in the greatest way, in the greatest capacity. So in this moment, we get to surrender to that greater power, that greater intelligence that is us. Sometimes it's easier to just project it to spirit or a name. In this moment, I ask of you to have faith in me, in this collective group, in the Magdalene and spirit, in the greater ontology of what what it is that is birthing itself through you, to the high mind of the divine feminine. Let your thoughts flow. Let her find you. Let yourself feel her presence, her light, with you not doing any efforting, just roll through you, recoding that Saturn essence and energy in your system, synchronizing, locking in, recognizing your needs, locking the needs for the frequency in before you can consciously recognize them yourself. Hand it over. Let go. Let your heart feel full. Let your heart feel touched in ways that it hasn't before or been in a long time. Let yourself remember the power of faith and the power of someone believing in you and the work you are doing in this world. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes that's all it takes. So today I'm here to be that voice. I believe in you. I have faith in you. And it is through you that I know the higher divine. And it is through that that I know myself. And for that, I am truly grateful. Letting all of the noise and the constructs of the masculine energy of Saturn, its precision and its strength and its exactness, be met by your faith and our faith. And its power and the purpose that Saturn serves and its ability to keep us on course, to be the force that takes the stand for all things that are right, for its ability to be the unshakable force, the pillar upon which our truths will land. and that the flame will rise again and stand. With that, I invite everyone to receive faith today in the greater picture, in the vision that you hold in your heart, or are seeking to hold in your heart, or are simply seeking. There can be a lot of noise in our field and in our mind. And Saturn is great at triggering questions about our relationships to everything. Did I do it right? Have I got it right? Because it's all about locking in and clearing the karma. And of course, we don't want to repeat a lot of those mistakes. So there's a lot of weight to it. So it is with that that I say, know yourself, have faith, let yourself be filled with the light, and trust your path. Slowly making your way back to the room, to your body, to this incredible world that we've built together. Namaste. So much